So with us, we look at who's currently in Havas and we look at ways in which we can diversify that talent. So diverse talent could be anything. So we are looking for groups who are from diverse socioeconomic communities. We're looking for different race and ethnicity groups. We're looking for people that are from different genders. So we're understanding the full spectrum of gender. We're looking at disability. You think about all the protected characteristics. Those are the groups that we are actively targeting and looking to bring into Havas through the platform program.
So what MoonHub has done to make sure that we have a diverse workplace is we ensure that we have several processes in place that make sure that we're not looking in one singular location for talent. This means working with either local councils or a diverse list of recruiters. What we've also done in the past is use money from grants like the Google Black Founders Fund to part fund apprenticeship programs on our end that have now turned into full-time contracts with a few of our staff members. And these particular staff members were sourced by Hackney Council. We worked closely with the team, they were fantastic. And what we made sure we did was these particular individuals were from underrepresented backgrounds, people who normally wouldn't know that jobs like this existed or organizations like this had opened their doors to candidates like themselves.
So the main barrier that we faced for accessing diverse talent locally was the skills that we were actually looking for. So particularly tech-related skills in software engineering, in data and analytics, and in product design. We felt that those skills were not necessarily out there. And the first step was to recognize the problem. And the next step was, well, how are we going to solve this? And the thought that came across our minds is that surely we can't be the only ones that have come across this problem. And then it was around, well, what partners can we work with that have got access to this talent and they can help us to recruit in a much more diverse way. So we partnered with makers, we partnered with Code First Girls, we partnered with La Fosse Academy, and through them we were able to have access to a much wider talent pool. And that really helped us to solve the problem by bringing in the right talent at the right time.
So like many other businesses, our challenges are time and capacity. So I think what we decided to do is be quite targeted about where we can invest our time. At us too, we've formed a strategic partnership with Flipside. We target that program because it's a specific skills-based curriculum. It's something we share with other industry leaders, and participants of Flipside go through everything from the research part to the practical product skills to pitch skills.
We couldn't penetrate the groups that the local councils and the local partner Lift could penetrate. So we are relying on the skill set and the abilities that they have to reach out to groups that we wouldn't be able to. And we understand what those limitations, I mean, for us, it's really important to understand, I think for any organisation looking at bringing in diverse talent, is to understand what your limitations are. We've got great systems, we've got great recruitment teams, and they work for people who understand who and what we are. But for communities that don't understand who and what we are, we need to lean on the skill set of the experts, and we know that isn't us.
I think Flipside has brought so much value to our organisation. I mean, it creates mentoring and teaching opportunities for our staff. So giving them exposure to really good skills that might help them become people managers one day. It's also really good kind of boost to bring people into the studio, get these new perspectives. And then when we do hire an intern, we just bring this whole new energy into our project. So I think there's a lot of really tangible results for us at Us Too, for both our team, for our projects, but also we've seen Flipsiders go on to get jobs with other creative companies in the industry.
Having a program such as Platform allows us to tap into communities that traditionally wouldn't call us home, but we need a diversity of thought to be fit for purpose so that we're staying ahead of the curve, so that our clients see us as a place to go for really good, innovative ideas. When we bring in that diversity, that diverse talent, it allows us to really tap into communities and to tap into groups that otherwise we wouldn't be able to. It's also embedded into our recruitment strategy. So when we think about what Platform offers us, it offers us a really good pool and pipeline of diverse talent who, after their placement with us, our recruitment team work with to try to integrate them into the business and bring them into those substantive roles that we have. So our recruitment team, as part of their strategy to bring in diverse talent, their first point of call will be our platformers. Whether it be the alumni group or those who are currently with us, they are continuously tapping into that group so that we can bring that talent into the Havas fold.
I would encourage other employers to really look at the benefit that diversity within your workplace brings. It brings diverse schools of thought. It also shows that people from different walks of life can provide different solutions and perspectives to things that you may not necessarily have been able to see. It's incredibly important to know that these people are out there, and working with local bodies like government councils, or even local charities or local non-profits or organizations that are for profit. There are loads of companies and organizations that are there to empower people to find companies like yours. And it's really important to see what you can do to increase the diversity within your company.
What I would say to other employers to open up pathways to more diverse talent is, if you have a desire to make a change and you recognize that this is an issue, then that really is the first step. There are partners out there that can help you. This is not something that you have to do on your own. There's expertise out there. There's other employers out there that have done exactly the same thing and have been in the same position as you are, maybe a few years ago. Talk to them. Find out what were the things that they did. Find out what the mistakes that they made that you can benefit from and not make the same mistakes. And I would say that it is definitely the right thing to do to have access to more diverse talent that is going to better help you meet the needs of your potential customers.
I think what we're most proud of with Flipside is that we actually get to see the impact that we make. So there are a lot of opportunities to give talks or write blog posts, but to deliver a skills-based program that is teaching people the skills they actually need to, further their career and to create opportunities and to be part of that. And then when we get to see articles featured about where these Flipsiders have gone off to, what opportunities they've got, then we can really feel the difference that we made. So I think it creates a lot of pride in the studio.
What I'm most proud of is that MoonHub is an incredibly diverse company. We have nationalities and languages and backgrounds and faiths from all over. But particularly with this internship program, I'm really proud that we were able to take something that initially was from a big tech company in the form of the Google Black Founders Fund. And we were able to, partition some of that to changing a few lives and actually impacting the local community by working with the local council to show that the door is always open to the tech world, and there are companies and people who always try and remain committed to that as well.
The thing I'm most proud of is probably giving people a chance. There's nothing more satisfying than having someone come in who had never thought that they would have access to an industry such as ours, get that opportunity to shine and to learn.